commentary for the MMS Formula Junior French Grand Prix presented to you by Theodose and Kai. So, hello lads, welcome to the land of the baguettes and eating snails and actually a complicated language, but other than that, a land which is very deeply rooted into the motor racing world, with the races such as the Le Mans 24 Hours, manufacturers like Renault, Peugeot, Citroën, and many more being quite successful in the series. So yeah, this country is quite heritaged in motorsports. They were on the sadly hated Paul Ricard circuit. It pains me because the circuit is actually good. So
well, we're gonna prove it's good today.
Yeah, I'm really hyped to see what will happen. By the way, if you see people on the grandstands like these aren't real people. These are cardboard cutouts. Yes. Anyways, so on pole position once again for the second time in a row this season, and for the third time this season, we can see Ben Misery on pole position. This man is really flying, and he's putting himself up to be one of the championship contenders. So it's really interesting to see what the British driver will do. Joining him on the first row of the grid is Albert Racus, another driver who's really shining this season here, especially after a pretty poor start. The second half of the season is really his. Then the rest of the grid have Tommaso, Schäfer, Ragano, Edwards, Kraus, Aguirre, Fredriksson surprising everyone, qualifying in his Prema in P9, Kirtik, Manikandan, we have Valjak, Regis, Granville, Witt, Tanneman, Schnellman, Bishop, Miller, Lindberg, Harvey, De Campo, Curatco, Ragano, Mano Manikandan, Giovanni Pigodaramilando, and Pierre Monahue rounds off the grid in his home Grand Prix. A bit unfortunate. But anyways, with all that done, let's go to the many red lights. Here we go. 15 red lights, lights out, and away we go. And it's a pretty good start from Misery. It's a very good start from Tommaso. He's immediately alongside Racus here. What's going to happen coming into turn one?
There's Regano.
Schäfer goes, oh my days, look at this, the outside move from Racus. He absolutely sends it. And look at this, Tommaso, Misery lost 2 positions coming into turn one. He just got mugged off. Yeah, Racus with that move up into turn one, he is just flown off. And then we can see that's Edwards trying to make a move on Ragano. Oh, and he spins nearly. That's a bit dangerous. That bunches up the field even more. Meanwhile, oh god, that's dear. Not good. That's not good.
Oh no.
Yes. Ignore that. Yeah. Anyways, here we go. And then we're gonna go on board with Marcos Aguirre here, trying to make him on Ragano. He's not gonna get it. No, he's not gonna get it. Back in the lead, Racus. Let's see that move, because that was one send coming into turn one. He was on the outside line, and he just showed.
The outside line was amazing, as we saw with Schäfer.
Just look at this.
Yeah.
He just sends it, gets a very good run, and he just pulls off a second gap. Schäfer now on the chase. Then we have Tommaso, Ragano, Aguirre. Then we have Kraus, Edwards, Manikandan, Regis, Witt, Granville, Fredriksson dropping to 13th, I mean, yeah, Prema. Valjak, Tanneman, Miller, Schnellman, Bishop, Harvey, Lindberg, Manikandan, Curatco, De Campo, Ragano, Mirandola, and Monahue. And now, oh, look at this, it's Schäfer into the lead. We have missed that, there's Misery sending it down inside of Racus, and Tommaso also lurking behind. But Racus defends from Tommaso, and that allows now Davide Ragano to send it. Is he going to get a position on the Italian driver? Not quite. Not yet, as there's a move now from Tommaso onto Racus into the final corner. Gets a bit of a bad exit. Is it? He actually got it on the straight here, but Racus has a better exit. He has the overspeed here, but Tommaso has the outside line, and as we're about to pretty much assure ourselves that the outside line is more powerful, he sends it, and there's also Ragano, and there's Kraus as well, and he loses 3 positions in one corner. Now we have Aguirre here in the French ART team chasing down for points. Aguirre has been one of the only really point-scoring forces in this series for ART. Then we have Kirchik Manikandan defending points. We can see Tanneman already push himself up at the 14th, so that's a very good start. Fredriksson still stuck in the 13th. Then we have Granville and Witt. and Regis battling for the final points being positioned. Granville having a bit of a better start now, as my throat is absolutely dying. Oh my god, look at the run Granville got. Vid just didn't exist on the straight. Vid just absolutely didn't exist. He might have a problem. He might have a problem, or maybe he just... I mean, Vid had little to no slipstream, I believe. So that might also...
Probably with slipstream. Might have just hit the rev limiter or something.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
At the point. But Granville is a champion man account. And goes back to 4th, 10th.
I'm really surprised we still see Shimon Vit on the grid after his multiple, and I mean multiple incidents. It is...
he's a crash-prone driver.
Yeah, I mean, he's prone to crashing, and so far most of his crashes were massive, to say the least. So, yeah, Fredriksson making a massive train of 15th. That Prema is really slow, and I mean, it's not the driver, it's the car, which hasn't improved really this season. That the Prema is, despite it being a spec series, the team is has a knowledge of a potato, to say the least, on how to set up a car.
Manicanen now.
Yeah, Manicanen tries to send it, that's never going to work. And he's going to get mugged off by everyone. No, he actually defends from Look at the Campo.
No, he defends around the outside of... Now he's going to try and challenge Lindbergh again.
Manicanen had a pretty good debut race, so... Here is another promise, but speaking of which, there is the Campo now. He's still trying to make a move, but that's just not working around here. There's a battle for 11th here. Edwards dropping outside of points. That's no good news for the Lotus driver. As further up the field, Misery leads, then we have Tomás, then we have Ragano, Chef Aguirre sends it on the outside, which turns into the outside, and he's up into P4. This is a very good position for an ART to be in, as then we have Vit and Edwards still side by side. These guys are relentless in the battle. They're still going to be side by side, approaching the right-hander.
Tanneman, I thought, was going to get Edwards, but instead got...
And look at this, without slipstream, you're very slow here.
Snellman's there.
Tanneman's losing positions. This is not looking good. Without slipstream, especially on tracks like these. And in cars...
Tanneman's dropping.
Yeah, Tanneman is dropping. This is not looking good for the Kiwi driver. Tanneman was one of the championship leaders and contenders. He is one of the biggest promises, but now he just dropped off. I don't know what's happening to him, but it's not looking good.
Signed by Jordan in Formula 1 that he's just kind of struggled a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, it's looking good for him, you know, that he's moving up to a higher tier, because there he can show his true pace, I suppose. As there's a move side by side, Kuratka and Bishop, but nothing much of it really. Aguirre now onto the back of Ragano, so that ART in the French Grand Prix, the Argentinian driver has been pretty much pushing to the limit here, but also let's not forget we have Albert Rakus on the back of the ART. Yeah.
I think Tommaso might be catching Misery as Aguirre gets very side onto
Aguirre is going to send it into the chicane that we're approaching here, but if it won't be him, it will be Rakus, who's still on the surface, who's still on the back of these guys.
Well, Rakus is just waiting in the wings really for one of these.
I mean, if one of these guys crashes, it's race over. Yeah, there's Aguirre, and there's also Rakus on the outside, swallows Ragano like a hungry shark. And now look at this, Sheffer is also joining this this battle here.
Yep, Sheffer. Fancy to look at the back of that yellow and grey speedway car. And is he going to get him into here? No, he isn't. He's going to have to hold back, probably try and move into the final sector.
Yep. Now, on the outside, he's going to get a beautiful move.
Wonderful move.
As there's Kraus being overtaken by Regis. Regis is really surprising me. Same with Krifik Manikanen here. I mean, Regis, we all know what happened to him. He was one of the worst drivers on the Formula Junior grid last season. This season, though, it's completely different.
Yeah, he's a lot faster this season.
He's a lot faster. ING Racing, as they are putting out, they're being bought out for next season, basically. Change it to a different team. We're going to have 2 new teams also on the grid due to the grid extension, due to the shutdown of Formula Rookie. So basically Formula Junior will become something more interesting next season. The point system will also be extended to... It's going to be really, really interesting to see.
Yeah, it'll be quite interesting to see.
Yeah, because
whether
they will
got,
also
like,
use the top 20 point system. That hasn't been announced yet, but yeah, they will use the top 20 point system because of the 30 car grid.
the next season, of course, we've got like different drivers and stuff because we've got drivers getting promoted to F1, like Tanneman's getting promoted.
Yeah, Whitaker, I believe.
Yeah, Whitaker's already been promoted.
Yeah, but for next season, obviously, for next era.
Yeah, for the next era as well, he's getting promoted. And so
Speaking of this, there's Regano making a move onto Tommaso.
Tommaso's dropped really far back. Where Schäfer's gone. Schäfer is completely gone.
Schäfer bolted. Oh no, that's Regis without a rear wing.
Oh, and
we praised him, we cursed him. What happened?
Oh,
Granville just locks up.
That'll be Granville's fault. That'll be Granville's fault. And that'll be a probably instant penalty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 10 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds for Granville. And rightfully so, really.
Yeah, he just slammed in the back. Drew promoted a few drivers, so that'll be interesting. Ragano now, Mattia Ragano, dropped the last. Aguirre is in P2 and Schäfer is chasing him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already confirmed the penalty, don't worry. Anyways, Schäfer, I mean, Zach Speed as a team, they struggled a lot.
They struggled a lot, but in these last 2 rounds, they really started.
Yeah, ever since the German Grand Prix with Miller scoring points, these guys have turned into a better team. But now look at this top 3 is really bunched up here. Yeah, Misery has dropped off a bit here. This is going to be interesting. It's a top 3 battle for the lead.
In the slipstream and just hope that Schäfer goes for a move, because if Aguirre goes for a move, then he's going to lose so much time.
Aguirre goes for a move though, but that might actually pick him off, because no, that won't pick him off, but he's still relatively close. He didn't lose any time to Misery, which is good. Yeah. Aguirre here is absolutely pushing it.
Regano's catching as well.
Yeah, Regano's catching up, one of the championship contenders, I believe. This is important because if Misery wins from pole again, he has pretty much secured a championship lead in this stage as... Oh my days!
Oh dear. Granville has...
Oh, Granville has been rammed! Granville has been rammed by Luca De Campo, I believe.
I think it was, yeah. I'm not sure, was it De Campo or was it... It might be Fredrickson.
No, oh my days, it's Manny Candon.
It's
Mano Manny Candon just... Oh dear God.
Whoa.
Oh my days.
That's a pretty big accident.
Oh, and Fredrickson and the camp all involved. Oh my God. So basically Fredrickson slows down
because Muller went for the move on the right of Granville. That held Granville up coming into the pit lane. And you can see with Granville, he's got Muller on the
inside. So Granville brakes, which slows down Fredrickson. Because Fredrickson doesn't know what's going to happen, right? Because Miller can just cut suddenly. So Fredrickson brakes, and Manekande just has no time to react because Granville starts turning into him.
Yeah, Granville starts turning towards the place where Manekanden is, and as a result, it's just been...
Just go on board with Montague. Just... Jesus. Oh, yeah, and Manekande just drives into him, out of control.
Montague was the biggest bystander in all of that. He had the best view of that.
To me, this is Granville. I mean, I wouldn't say this is Granville's fault because
I don't think it'll be Granville's fault.
Nor is it really Miller's, because Miller had the right to overtake.
I don't think you can portion much blame because
onto anyone
Miller
really.
Is going for a simple move. Granville
because she has a faster car. So
Manekanden is just the kind of unlucky.
Although Manekanden has no braking attempts.
Yeah, as Granville has to
pull into the pit lane.
Granville has to pull into the pit lane. Manekanden is going into a gap that's always going to close.
Yeah, the thing is that Manekanden doesn't brake at all.
He doesn't brake. He doesn't make any attempt to brake.
Like, Fredrickson brakes because he knows that an accident might be happening, and the Campbell smashes in the back of him because he also doesn't brake.
Yeah.
You can see Granville brakes here because he basically has to let Miller go and turn into the pit lane. And without a front wing, you cannot turn into the pit lane. Basically, you have to brake.
You have to brake, otherwise you'll...
Yeah, look, there is no front wing, and he basically brakes here to give himself a window to turn into the pit lane. You know, between Miller and Manikana, but Manikana doesn't brake, which Granville assumed he would, causing this massive pile-up.
Yeah, so unfortunate really, and we've had 2 casualties.
To me, this is just one big racing incident.
Yeah, it's one massive racing incident in my opinion. I think the FIA will still have a look at it, but not sure.
I do not know who's being awarded penalties here.
Well, if we just continue on the race, and I assume the FIA will probably give us an update later on.
But that is a massive incident. Manikana finally stops.
Yeah,
That is I'm surprised there is no safety car. Wait, I think I banned the safety car in this series, yeah.
You probably did.
Now, Rakus, they didn't know about the incident, or maybe they haven't informed, I don't know, but Rakus here sends a move onto the outside of Tommaso, and that's a beautiful move, but is he going to keep that position is my question, because Tommaso now has the inside line coming to the next corner. No, he actually gets the position, so that's good from Rakus. Manikanen also gets a very good round in that Carlin, and that's a beautiful move from Manikanen. Tommaso, okay, so we have a confirmed penalty points only. So basically 15 penalty points for Manu Manikanen and 2 seconds for Luca De Campo for causing all that. No, it's 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It says 2 penalties.
Yeah, but he's still in the race, so it's 2 seconds.
Oh, okay then.
Because, well, considering if he pits now, if he basically if he pits and benefits from the pit strategy, he has to get a penalty for that, because penalty points won't penalize him really, so 2 seconds is more fair. But anyways, we have a battle for P1 now. Sheffer sends it, and he might actually get the position with a move down the inside. Yes, he does! He does!
Arno gets through and moves.
Misery drops to P3.
Oh, no.
And there's no move from Agano yet, but he's very close. This is just...
Yeah, Regano's...
Yeah, these guys came into the pits. And oh boy, look at this. Miller and Lindbergh now battling for what would be 15th. Miller defends, a bit of a slide there. Edwards defending from Bishop. Miller now sends it on to Bishop. They're going to go toe-to-toe here, and Miller gets the position. No, Bishop says no you, and uses the outside exit line to get a better speed, and now basically squeezes Miller out. As Aguirre has dropped to 7th, Tommaso now tries to send it on to Rakus, but that's just too far back. There was no space for him. But now he makes a move. That's Schnellman in that Carlin. Schnellman in the Carlin making a move. Valek is in the points. Tanneman is in the points. Would you look at that? The Kiwi driver is back in this race. He might think of, oh my days, he's crazy. That is not a place to make moves. Valiak though makes a move on Aguirre, as this Kraus making a move on Tanneman, but Tanneman has the outside line.
You might have a look at Aguirre here as well.
Yeah, he sends it on to Aguirre, a bit of contact there, but Aguirre, the Argentinian driver, doesn't defend too much and leaves a huge space for Tanneman to go for, and Aguirre loses the positions. Now we're going to see that's Vit trying to get himself into the points, same with Kraus, so 2 Polish drivers here battling for points. No heroics yet though. There is Bishop still defending from Edwards. Beautiful fight here. Up the field we have a massive battle for P3. Sheffer has pretty much created a massive train here of Rakus, Manikanen, Tommaso and Schnellman. So 2 Carlins, 1 Campos car and 1 Lazarus Grand Prix car. You could say that Kliffy Manikanen here is avenging his brothers. There's around Rakus down the inside of Sheffer, nearly spins, gets a bit of a loss of traction there, but nothing to worry about. Rakus is very close. He's going to now close off Sheffer, but no, Sheffer still finds a space. They're side by side. Sheffer has the more preferable outside line to make that move, but Rakus, we all know that he might figure something out here. Yeah, Rakus just breaks later. Yes. And now look at that Manikanen though. Up in the before he goes. Sheffer loses a position. He might lose 2 here because of Tommaso trying to make a move. Not really. He's now side by side with Manikanen, get a better exit. And yeah, he keeps his position here. Lost only 1 to Rakus.
Yeah, exactly. That was a decent bit of defending there from Sheffer. I think he realised that Rakus was kind of a lost cause from the moment that he was ahead of on the straight, and there's Manikandan having a look.
Yeah, Manikandan, very heroic move there.
Yeah.
The Indian brothers of the Manikandan family, they are surprising to say the least here, because I believe Mano Manikandan got a podium in his first race, if I'm correct. So this is really interesting to see here.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Right.
So he got P2 in qualifying as well. It's just really surprising to see them do so well. Basically, if it's what I see, I think we have a parallel here, because if one brother does well, another one will do a bit badly.
Yeah, exactly.
We've seen that in Spanish Grand Prix. Is there someone pitting in? Oh no, it's Bishop.
Oh, Bishop.
Oh man.
He's done it again.
He's been battling with Edwards, and I have some suspicion here of what might have happened.
Oh dear. Oh dearie.
To be fair, we said that this race will be an action Oh dear, it's Mirandola.
Oh,
no, it was actually a move on to Aguirre. He just hits in the back of Aguirre.
Oh dear. Oh, that was...
Oh. Alright, so...
That was messy by Bishop.
Just make some... I mean, Vit... Okay, to be fair, Vit pulls a move, right? And Bishop makes a mistake because of that. He penalizes himself because Aguirre doesn't lose anything. But he spins on the tarmac here into Mirandola.
Oh yeah, he's... Well...
So yeah, there's Mirandola. There is no damage to Aguirre there, at least, but
Aguirre
he just spins. He just does a Grosjean and spins into a car. And that could have been even worse if it wasn't for Monarchy learning how to use the brake pedal, something Manikandan didn't know how to use. Nor did the Campo, but...
And confirm 5 seconds for Bishop for
Yeah.
causing an avoidance incident. So... And
yeah, that is completely understandable. Rogano now shooting off into the distance from in the lead here. Sheffer keeping his place, as now Manikandan is making a train consisting of his teammate and many more cars. As there's a move now from Tanneman to Tomaso. Tanneman up in the P7, not really. No, he's actually in the P7. Tomaso makes a mistake and now he's side by side with Valiak. And yeah, basically his position. As my vocal cords are really suffering, might have to take a bit of a pill. But there's now Schnellman down the inside of Manikandan. I mean outside, turns into inside, still makes the move work. There's a move from Tomaso trying to push Tanneman into a mistake, but that's not going to work. Tanneman has a better exit. No, Tomaso actually has a better exit. They're side by side. If these guys actually go side by side through the next corner...
Tammanen's got a slipstream off of
Yeah,
Manikandan.
and yeah, Tomaso pulls out of it.
Yeah.
Things... He knew that this could have ended way worse for both of these guys, so... Yeah, now Kraus makes a movement to Tomaso as Tudus is committing the big die. Vit sending it on to Miller. Miller, that's surprising. She was nowhere at the start of this race and now she's battling for the points as she sends it on to Edwards. Actually only follows him through, trying to send it on to Tomaso. That's a good exit. They go side by side. It might be a move on to Tomaso, but no. Vit has slipstream, but no. There's the ultimate move from Miller. No, Tomaso still defends on the outside. They're still side by side. Now Miller will have a better line, but Tomaso will have the outside line coming into turn 1. We've seen that moves down the inside coming into the first corner are possible, but they are very hard to pull off. As they go side by side, will Tomaso get the position? No, yes, no, he doesn't get it. Miller gets it. Miller's into the points as Edwards and Kraus battle away. So that's a beautiful battle between Miller and Tomaso. As now we can see Kuratko coming back from the back of the field, making a move on to Shimon Vit here. Vit, after scoring a few points for Rocket Grand Prix, not really doing the best. As up the field we go. Raku's Misery has dropped to P4. What happened here? Ben Misery just dropped off. It's either lack of pace or maybe some spins here and there, but I doubt it.
So it's probably just lack of pace.
Yeah, I mean we've seen that in Formula Rookie, spoiler alert, that the leaders do drop off. Then we have Vit and Kuratko. Kuratko tried to make a move on Vit, but there's obviously not enough pace, and well, you know, too dangerous to make a move. But oh my days, Harvey, Isabel Harvey, she does not care. Well, that only makes her lose 2 positions.
You have to make ambitions when you're in a Benetton, you know.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, that move only
cost for Lindbergh and Harvey.
Yeah, but at the same time, that move only cost her positions instead of gaining her them, so that wasn't beneficial at all. But hey, at least she tried it, right? As now Chef has caught up to the back of Rakus here. So I'm gonna have a sip of water. Crank it up moment. Anyways, Chef not making a move yet. He's going to have a slipstream coming out of the back, massive back straight here. As there's Edwards and Vid still, but Edwards really likes the matter with people today. He's just picking drivers left, right, and center. You know, Bishop. Now we have Vid. I mean, I like it.
Yep, Harvey trying at Kuratko now.
Toodles, I can give you an extension to run the PSD files, but that's later.
Yeah, but I'm fine with I'm just fine putting it again first. So fine.
Oh, and look at this now, Rogano, out of nowhere, he was last in this race, nearly sends it onto the 2 Benettons, or rather nearly rams into the back of Harvey.
Oh, and you and Aguirre as well.
Yeah, oh my god, Aguirre has dropped to 18th, that's not good.
That was after probably the contact with Bishop, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, or just dropping the pace to save the tyres, save the fuel. He took it a bit too much into his heart. No, not really, as there's now Miller and Manicana. Miller sends it onto the outside, and Miller's up into P8 with a beautiful move. As there is a battle for P3 now, Schnellman. No, we have pit stops are open, I believe.
Schnellman could be pitting in.
Schnellman is pitting in. I'm just gonna check.
Maybe just triggering the
other drivers here, maybe, I don't know, but this is an interesting thing. I mean, we have 8 laps to go.
Raki's a little bit deep. Well, Schnellman's pitting in, so...
Yeah, Schnellman's pitting in. He's not going to really be catching up. Scheffer is also pitting in. Tanneman is pitting in. Krause and Miller both coming in. Manikanen also pitting. We have Edwards who's pitting as Valiak makes a move on him, but Edwards defends. They're getting a side by side in the massive back straight, as I am having multiple issues with my vocal cords and my throat as a whole.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's not fun. Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus!
Talking, because otherwise I'll just be a massive robot on the stream.
Tommaso and Manikanen here side by side. Tommaso gets the beautiful outside line done, but no, he was a bit wide. Manikanen gets a better line. I have a massive stroke. Yeah, not many. Oh no, there's also Ragano pitting, so yay. But
yep.
I'm gonna focus on the top guys. As oh god, I'm really dying. Help.
I would commentate like all the time.
I'm used to long commentary, it's just that my throat doesn't like me.
I would commentate right now, but my connection keeps dropping.
I mean, as it stands, it's fine. But anyway, so we go. Schnellman into the pits.
Like, I'm not taking the risk of being a massive robot on the stream. Like.
Understandable. We're just gonna watch the pit lane here for a reason I know with this circuit. But yeah, it's clean, which is good. Except for Montague going a bit off circuit, but anyways, Manikanen was under the first one to the pit. But no, Manikanen is gonna get jumped by Tanneman and Miller.
Manikanen is
same with Krause. Oh my god, these guys. Tanneman.
Oh, they're all getting jumped here.
Yeah. Manikanen and Krause side by side in the pit lane. Oh, and look at this, that's the Campo. Oh!
Oh my lord, that's
too close to comfort, really. Manikanen has none of it, and on cold tires, he already makes a move on the outside. That man is mad. Oh, look at this,
so
Lindbergh
we-
isn't pitting, that's interesting. So the rest of the field, other than Lindbergh, is not coming into the pits.
Well,
That's an
Benetton
interesting
has
strategy
been
for
known
Benetton.
Maybe Benetton have been known for trying strategies and they've never worked. So
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
you saw last time out they messed both the pit stops up for Lindbergh, sorry, and Harvey.
And Harvey, yeah, look at it. Oh, no, oh dear.
Oh,
Valek had to break there though, otherwise it would have ended
Valek
more.
break,
Oh
otherwise-
dear. Lindbergh's still trying to make that move, gets a bit of run, maybe might even make another move onto Tommaso. No, that will not work. Lindbergh is really burning her fuel here, but I mean, she is not coming in this lap. She has a bit more in the spud in her fuel tank, so this is beneficial as there's a car out of the race. It's
Regis, he's had
Regis's engine just blew. Yeah, there's smoke. Regis's engine just gave up. Oh man, yeah. Oil leak and it's over.
Done a decent job of pulling it off when it actually did blow up. There's a lot of runoff here, so
Yeah,
it's not.
at least that's
dangerous.
good. Yeah, but Raku's already in the pits. We're going to focus on him at the moment. He's already out of the pit lane.
Going. Both Benettons continue on.
And
This
Rakus is
could
going to
be-
jump Misery. But
He has.
Schnellman jumps all of them.
Schnellman as well. Schnellman jumps all of them. He's had a great stop. So pitting
Misery
first.
down to 7th. Then we have Vit, who actually gained a bit from the pit stops. Then we have Miller in
Pitting
10th.
first for the benefit of having fresher tyres.
Yeah,
whilst it
oh dear,
matters.
that's gonna be, oh dear. Tommaso and
no.
Edwards, once again, these two having a bit of a squabble here, but it's gonna be Tommaso on the outside, defending from Edwards, and he gets the position on.
Yeah, so
Kuratko and Bishop. Bishop
Good.
actually defends from Kuratko there. Fredrickson in last as it stands. Ragano is coming in, so we forgot about the race leader here completely. David
Gonna be
Ragano.
see how this strategy from Benetton and from also
And from Ragano will work, yeah.
if it works out, then that'll be incredible. But
Yeah, especially for Ragano. I mean, to be
they're
fair,
staying out, like, they've got the benefit of lower fuel, but they've got also the hindrance of older tires.
yeah, the pit
They're
stop
gonna-
though, the pit stop takes about like, what, 18 seconds or something, like the whole run through the pit lane. Ragano at the moment
Yeah.
has a gap of 27 seconds to Schnellman, which is your current provisional race leader.
And whether or not he can have
Speaking
a
of
good
Schnellman, no, that's the wrong camera angle. Let's just roll up this one. He makes a move on Harvey.
Schnellman's just past Harvey for
Yeah, there's Chef and
Oh,
Raku's battling
yeah.
for third or first. That's really hard to judge at this stage. These guys are coming for the final corner.
I think Regano's trundling down the pit
Yeah,
lane now.
yeah, Ragano is exiting the pits. Ragano is in the lead. So Ragano's
Ragano's
strategy
very-
has worked out. As to be fair, though, Schnellman is already there. Schnellman, the gap is going down rapidly because, of course, Schnellman had the
Yeah,
pace. Schnellman had the speed. Raku's now pulling
gotta
away from
accelerate.
Schäfer. Schäfer thinks of a move, but cannot quite do it. Then we're going to cut down to Misery, Tanner, and the Vid, and oh dear, everybody else. Munching up is now Tanner thinks of a move. It's not going to work. My voice is seriously dying. Oh Jesus. I'm not putting this. This just sometimes happens. Anyways,
I don't-
Ragano into 15. Vanek dropped a bit.
Benetton's strategy have worked out. The Benettons.
Tannerman's
are
still
far behind.
defending from Vit. Vit is relentless here, pushing the Kiwi driver to possible madness with his furious attacks. As yes, I'm losing the ability to speak, but now Vit's still thinking of a move in that Lando Norris helmet. But there's actually Miller. There's Miller on the outside. There's Da Campo in 10th. The Campo is battling for points, but mind you, he still has that 2-second time penalty for causing that incident. So basically, this might not be points for Prema. Unless
Might
he
not be
manages a
points, yeah.
2-second gap. This is just like the only requirement. He has to pull a 2-second gap to the car behind, and he basically keeps his points. Why do I keep mispronouncing that? Anyways, Vit is still defending. The Campo's there. Kraus has joined this battle, so unless one of the guys in the top 10 crashes, I think it's really points, the dream of points for the camper over, but the camper now on the outside overtakes Vit and now bolts away. Vit is a bit slow here. It's not really looking good for him, as there's a massive train here battling for the wooden spoon here, really, led by Lindbergh, whose strategy didn't really work out. Jesus Christ Studios has 801 ping. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. Fredrikson's still in last. I mean, it happens as Rogano has a safe gap between Chef and Schnellmann, but the two Germans will get closer to each other. I mean, if you look at to be fair, no, Schäfer is pulling away in the corners from Schnellmann. We have Rakuds in misery. Miller and Manikanen battling for 7th, and Da Campo in 9th. And as it stands, he is keeping himself in the points because the gap is nearly 2 seconds, and the Vit is 3 seconds behind him. So he is in the points as it stands. It's really going to be interesting, yeah. The Campo now has slipstream, which Kraus doesn't, as I cannot speak. Oh god, this is painful. Oh my god. I'm having cramps.
Pushing hard as he can, really, now, just to try and there he goes on
Toodles, you have to take over commentary.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, and basically, so De Campo's now just completely pushing to get that 2 second gap. He's 2 seconds ahead of Vit at the moment, so at the moment he will hold 1 point, but he wants to try and get ahead of Muller and Mandy Candon. But Kraus is all over the back, and this is not helping De Campo whatsoever. And he needs to get ahead of these cars as Kraus has a look. Kraus has a look, and this is going to be the points slipping away from De Campo now. Whether it be on or off track, whether it's a penalty or not. De Campo's probably going to lose his points now as right behind him as Kraus has a look. And maybe will Vit now try and get ahead of Kraus.
I'm back. Right, let's see what I missed. Vit and Kraus are going side by side, and as it stands, the Campo will not score points.
Yeah, that's actually what happens.
Then we have a battle for second between Chef and Schnellmann, and Misery sends it on to Schnellmann. Out of nowhere, will Schnellmann defend? Yeah, but oh my god, Schnellmann turns defense into offense.
Schnellmann, 2 in 1 corner.
Yeah, basically defense from Misery, and turns that defensive into offensive and gets second. Look at this. Misery now sends it on to Schäfer. Schäfer loses him as it stands, which is obviously not good news, if you're wondering, as Tanneman lost it completely there. What happened? You just look up, because I've seen him go a bit wide. Yeah. Oh boy, that's very late braking. That's a massive lock-up.
Big lock-up and that.
Yeah, and the Campo, there's no chance he's scoring points. Let's be honest.
There's no chance he can score
unless half of the field suddenly just dies. Oh boy. I still feel a bit of pain, but I'm better now. Oh god. I will explain what happened to me after we finish the race. But anyways,
Campo now needs to try and get his
the Campo is starting to pull away from Kraus, which is quite surprising.
He's starting to pull away from Kraus. Then we saw well, I don't think you saw it last time, but
no, I saw it.
He had over
2 seconds and it all dropped off because he got stuck behind Miller.
Stuck behind Manikanen. And there's a big train that Manikanen's caught up to now.
Yeah, it's led by Schäfer, so Tanneman has overtaken Schäfer as well for 4th. And speaking of Tanneman, he's going to make a move on to Schnellmann for podium. Tanneman is absolutely having a comeback drive. He's into the podium. He's up in the P3. And Schäfer is about to be mugged off. As Miller has joined this battle. Oh my god, look at the run Miller got. Miller is absolutely pushing, but no, Manikanen covers her off. Manikanen tries to make a move on the Campo. Out of nowhere, is that a double overtake from Luca da Campo? It is. Oh my god, it's a double overtake from Luca da Campo. On the outside, he's still side by side with Manikanen, but he's going to push him a bit wide, coming into this straight. Yes, he pushes him off a bit. Manikanen is stuck into a slipstream, they're not side by side. What on earth is the Campo doing? I mean, as it stands, he still will be knocked out of points. You can see in the back there's now Rakus making a move on Schnellmann, as there's Manikanen making a move on Da Campo, but there's not enough pace and space as well. Miller now sends it onto Manikanen. Witt also might send it there. It's all just going down. Manikanen finds the space. He's going to go side by side with Miller, but there's not enough, I think, slipstream or power in that Carlin there. No, he has to back out. Witt doesn't back out. It's all going down. Kraus is there. It's the final laps. It's the dying laps, and the battle for points is just so crazy here. As the Campo is now under pressure from... the Campo's overtaking Sheffield. The Campo is up at P6. At this stage, the Campo might even finish in the points higher than Fredriksson did, scoring the first lonely point of Prima, I believe. As Schnellman, oh my god, this whole pack is bunching up. Oh my days. At this stage, the Campo might even finish third on track. I am confused. Here we go, final lap. As Toodles just got murdered by the ping. The Campo is just absolutely smashing it. He's been overtaken by Sheffield though. Oh, it's gone. It's gone for him really, as there is now a move from Miller onto Manikanen. The side by side. Manikanen might even send it onto the Campo here, no, but the Campo sends it on to Sheffer, pushing him a bit wider, now allowing Miller to maybe attack her teammate. Is that going to work? Not really. Sheffer now makes a move onto the Campo and gets the position done. The Campo still has the position. Now we have Schnellman and Misery battling for fourth. Schnellman here really needs to pick up some points, considering what his... well, not really, but he just needs to pick up the points if he wants to be a real contender. So we can have the Campo now trying to make a move here and there, but no, the two Zach Speeds have basically swallowed him, and now Campo... I mean, no, there is no chance the Campo is scoring points in this race anymore, because P11 is so close of P11 of Shimon Witt, actually. Witt now losing slipstream, using the slipstream, not losing. He gets himself into P10, Manikanen drops a position, and it's not really looking good for Manikanen, but he has none of it. He now sends it, and it's a double overtake. Sends it onto two Polish drivers, but no, Kraus defends. But anyways, Sheffer now trying to make a move on to Schnellman. That's not going to work. But anyways, Davide Ragano wins the French Grand Prix. Tanneman is in second. So it's a 1-2 for Speedway. We have Raku's Misery. And oh my days, is that going to be a side-by-side moment for the Zach Speeds? No. But still, Zach Speeds double points. That's amazing. Then we have Miller, Da Campo. Nah, that's not happening, sorry. Kraus, Manikanen, Witt, Tommaso, Ragano, Kuratko, Lindberg, Edwards, Bishop, Mirandola, Monoyu, Volek, Harvey, and Aguirre and Fredriksson. Yeah, the rest retired. So here's your race winner. Davide Ragano. That is... It is one of the bigger drives of the season here, really. This man is back into the championship hunt, so congratulations to the whole Speedway team. After having a horrible Spanish Grand Prix and overall horrible qualifying sessions and all that, these guys, out of nowhere, 1 and 2. What a race from them. And the fastest lap goes to Jamie Fredriksson. That's a bit of an uplift, at least, for the Prema team after they inevitably lost points. But let's make ourselves assured. So look at the Campo. 2 seconds. Oh dear. That drops him to 14th. Oh dear. Yeah, look at the Campo, just unlucky. But yeah, driver of the day from me, as Toodles cannot really speak much, would be Justin Tanneman. I mean, in full honesty, it will be Justin Tanneman. He started dead. I do not know in what position exactly, but he started in the lower half of the grid, significantly low in the grid. So Tanneman is definitely up in there for driver of the day. Same could be said about Davide Ragano a bit in there. He had a pretty good qualifying. Not good. He I think also had a outside the top 10, but yeah, overall the whole Speedway Racing team was driver of the day. I have to admit, very good. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Next race I have no access to the spreadsheet, so if one of the FIA guys could tell me what is the next race, I'll be very thankful. Although I think it is the European Grand Prix, I might be wrong. But yeah, to be fair, I am honestly happy with what the French Grand Prix was, so this is definitely staying on the calendar for next season. So it is the European Grand Prix, I was right. Next race, European Grand Prix at the Hockenheim Ring. Hockenheim Ring so far in Formula Rookie and Formula 1 has been a hectic race, giving us plenty of entertainment, but also plenty of wacky incidents. And it will be interesting to see what will happen to the FJ field in that magical land in Germany. So, anyways, thank you for coming to this race. Be sure to be safe on roads, wear your seatbelt, quarantine yourself, wear a mask, don't endanger others, and don't drink and drive because it's just silly. And yeah, see you next time in the European Grand Prix. That's it from me, and that's it from two of those who sadly got yeeted. See you next time, and bye bye.